This is Kellis Bayless from Washburn University. He is in the biology department, and we are asking him about our environment today and how impacts of recycling help and what things harm the environment. So, would you say that the Earth is in danger right now?
Yeah, I think the scientific consensus is clear. The decline in the number of different types of plants and animals that we're seeing dying off, the increase in pollution in the water, in the air, in the soil, it's a problem.
What actions do you think caused by humans are harming our planet the most?
There's no question. Our burning of fossil fuels. And that's how we generate most of our electricity and our transportation fuel. So any way that you can reduce the amount of electricity that you consume or the amount that you drive is going to be your biggest kind of impact on helping the environment.
And when you say fossil fuels, what exactly is that process like?
Okay, that's, well, the fuels themselves are coal, petroleum, and natural gas, and they are chemicals that are underground, so we have to dig them up out of the ground, and that can create a lot of pollution issues, just getting them out of the ground. But what we tend to do with them is burn them to use them to generate electricity with them or to run your car on it. And when we burn something, it generates some nasty compounds called pollution that can be really bad for living things, plants and animals.
So you think that what action can humans do to help prevent this and to start healing our Earth?
Would be, number one would be finding a different way to generate electricity, and like with wind turbines or solar panels, those kind of things tend to not produce nearly as much pollution. Like I said, anything you can do to reduce the amount that you consume. So if you're not in a room, turn the lights off, don't leave the TV running, that kind of thing. If you can carpool, or not have to drive as much, walk or ride your bikes, that's going to be the best kind of thing that you can do really to help.
What long-term effects do you think that we could start seeing by not recycling or reducing?
Well, the same things that we're seeing now, just worse. So, in other words, more landfills, more dump space that has to be used if we're not recycling, more pollution. Air pollution can cause things like asthma, breathing problems, so more cases of asthma, more cases of heart disease, more of a decline in different kinds of plants and animals that can't deal with the amount of pollution that we're putting in. Any amount, like I said, like you just mentioned with recycling, that's just basically saving energy. So if you recycle something, you're not having to use as much fossil fuel to make a new thing because you've already made it. So it's a lot less energy to just recycle. And then that stuff doesn't end up in the dump, so it doesn't end up degrading down into compounds that end up as water pollution or something like that.
If you could recommend one single bit of advice to children today on saving our planet, what would that one thing be?
Try to consume less, Try to not buy things that you're only going to use once and throw them away, Think more about what you're going to be needing, constantly in the future. One of the things that just real easy would be like to buy a metal water bottle instead of constantly buying plastic water bottles and then you end up throwing them away or you forget to recycle them or something. That kind of thing. Learning to, if you're cold in your house, put a long sleeve shirt on instead of turning your heater up. Just being more cognizant or aware of how you are consuming things and try to not consume so much of them, I think would be kind of the biggest thing.